Go outside. Big time forward. Yeah. To mix up in drama, to go outside. To mix up in drama, to free my mind. Jealous people around me, I need to change my life. I just turn colder every time I try.
So as you guys can tell, I literally had to refilm this video, which is annoying, but it's fine. I'm gonna just get right into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you don't already, my name is Regine. If you do know, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the video. All right, so in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips on how to pass your NHA phlebotomy exam. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the exam you need to become a certified phlebotomist nationally in the US. If you live outside the US, there's different exams you have to take, different process, all that. I'm going to be briefly talking about the tips to pass your exam, and then a little bit about how to become eligible to take the exam. If you're a new viewer, make sure to subscribe button now, leave a like, leave a comment, and then turn on your bell to notify every time I post a new video. And let's get straight to it. All right, so the first thing, if you know me, you know I make lists. So I definitely have my list ready to go. I have 5 tips. The first tip I have for you guys in order to pass the exam is repetition. Repetition is key to your success because you don't only want to memorize the information, but you want to be able to understand it because it's healthcare. And that's something that really you can't play around with. It's not like just some random test or some random exam and it's like, okay, like if I don't pass it or if I cheat, that's fine. No, it's like something serious. So definitely repeat the information over and over again. So if you are going over the cardiovascular system, make sure that you go over that chapter until you're sick of it, until you know in your heart, literally in your heart, that you understand that information. The second tip I have for you guys is to pace yourself. Definitely pace yourself. I would say give yourself a good 4 weeks, a good month to dedicate only to studying. Just study every day for about an hour maybe, and you should be fine. It's not so much information. It's not like you're taking the MCATs. So it shouldn't be like, you know, months you're studying for. It's not that much information. So a month is good. If you study for a solid month every day for an hour, you'll be fine. You'll know the information very well. And that way, as you pace yourself, it's like, it gives you less anxiety. You're less stressed out about, you know, the tests in general. So yeah. All right, so the third tip I have for you guys is to teach. What I mean by teaching is to literally have like a fake audience, a fake class, and teach them the information. So that helps because you're literally verbalizing what you know in your mind. So if you're like sitting down for the exam and it's asking you a question, you can literally remember, oh yeah, like I went over this with my class. So it sounds dumb, it sounds like girl what, but it works, trust me. An example of this would be like if you're going over the different tubes, like the order of jaw. That's very important on the exam. The order of jaw is very important. So if you're going over that, make sure that you teach your class the order of jaw. So that way it's like you're able to teach it. So that way you really know it. The fourth tip I have for you guys is to take practice tests. That really helps because practice tests are always harder than the actual test, the actual exam. So if you are doing well on the practice test, then you're definitely gonna pass the exam. So I have this book. It's the NHA phlebotomy exam for 2021 to 2022. So in the back of this book, they have 3 practice tests. So hold on, I'll show you guys. They have 3 practice tests. So what I would do is just take the practice test and see where you're at. If you are missing 10 questions, study those 10 questions hard, and then do another practice test and see what you get. And just do that, and just know that those tests are way harder than the actual exam. So if you're missing only 5 questions on the practice test, you'll definitely pass your exam. Besides that book, I think I got that book on Amazon. There's other books. You can literally just go on Amazon and look up NHA phlebotomy exam for the year for 2022. And then if you don't really like those books, you can always use the book that you're gonna get in your classes, like the phlebotomy classes, or you can go online and just purchase practice tests freehand. So it's really up to you, but definitely take practice tests. And the last tip I have for you guys is to watch videos. Definitely watch my video because, yeah, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos about it. Just getting people's perspectives, seeing how hard it was, seeing what type of questions are in the exam, stuff like that. I can make like a part 2 to this if you guys want, basically going over what was on my exam and like the most questions I had. But yeah, definitely watch videos. That eased my nerves. I was so nervous. I was literally studying so much, and I walked in and I was literally so nervous, but thank God I passed. I would have cried if I didn't pass, so thank God I passed. But yeah, definitely watch videos because that is like really good at, you know, de-stressing you all and just like hearing it from someone else's point of view who's been through it before is like, okay, they can do it, I can do it, it'll be fine. So yeah, definitely watch videos. All right, so now that I went over the tips for you guys as far as how to pass your exam, I'm gonna briefly discuss how to become eligible for the exam. So in order to become eligible for the exam, you have to take courses, like a course, not courses. You have to take classes in a course. So the one that I took was 4 weeks. I think that's the minimum amount you could take for a phlebotomist, like to become a phlebotomist. So I think it ranges from like 4 weeks to 6 months. And honestly, just depends where you go. I went to this place called Royal Learning Institute. I'll probably put it somewhere on the screen for you guys to see. And their phlebotomy course was 4 weeks. So 3 weeks we were online on a Zoom call, and we just discussed literally all the information you need to know. He went over everything you need to know as a phlebotomist, like everything that's on the exam, everything you'll come up in like a job, just like the information you need to know. And then we had 1 week in person, which was our labs. So that was us just drawing blood. So he would teach us the different needles, the different gauges, different techniques, and we just practice on each other. That's one thing. If you want to be a phlebotomist, you're gonna have to go in and practice on other people and have people practice on you. That was a little hard. I was bruised up because some people didn't know how to draw blood, and yeah, but something you gotta do. It's not that bad. So yeah, that's how you enter, like that's how you begin your journey as becoming a certified phlebotomist in the States. I paid $500 for my certification. I'm not really sure like the price ranges, but for me that was cool because it included your book. You got to go take the exam, like it just included a lot of things, and it was good. Like I had my certification. It's cool. After you pass the classes, after you pass the course, you take the exam, you schedule it, you pay $125. This is all my experience. It could be different somewhere else, but as far as like New York State, New York City, my school, this is how it goes. So if you're in Colorado, I don't really know how it works there, but yeah, this is how it works here. I'm sure it's similar. So yeah, so after you pay your $125, you sit for the exam. After you pass the exam, you're certified. So you'll get a certification, you'll get emails, and you are now like a licensed phlebotomist, and you have your license for 2 years until you have to renew it. So yeah, you can start working. You can work inpatient, outpatient. Inpatient means you're in a hospital setting, and outpatient means you're not in a hospital setting. So phlebotomists can work at a nursing home. They can work at like a pediatric center, jail sometimes, psych wards, just stuff like that. And then inpatient, of course, is like the actual hospital. So it'll be on the different wards and different floors, ER setting, blah, blah, blah. I also wanted to add, so this morning, maybe this is why I had to read this video to add this in. So this morning I was walking my dog and I met this lady, and she was wearing like scrubs. So I was like, hey, do you work in a hospital? I'm looking for a job. I'm just that type of person. Like, I don't care who you are. I'll literally be like, hey, you know, what's going on? So she was really nice. She was like, yeah, I work in a hospital. Give me your information so that way I can see if we're hiring. And she can actually like go to other like people, like her friends at other hospitals to see if they're hiring. One thing that she told me today was that it's better if you are I think it's called a CPT. So it's a combination of you do phlebotomy plus EKG. So I forgot what CPT stands for, but I probably put it somewhere on the screen. But if you guys want to become a phlebotomist, I think it's better to do phlebotomy and EKG training so that way you're more applicable, which makes sense because the more you know certifications you guys have, the more you're gonna get a job faster. So definitely think about that. But I mean, either way, like for me, for my situation, I'm a college student, so and my major is biology, and I want to be in the healthcare field. like as my career. So I feel like even if you don't get a job as a phlebotomist after, if you're in the same type of situation, it's okay, because at least when you apply to medical school, you have these certifications on your resume, on your application. So I mean, either way, it's cool, like you're fine. But yeah, that's briefly how to become a phlebotomist. It's really simple, it doesn't take long, and that's about it. As always, if you guys have any questions or like concerns, comments, your experience, make sure you go in the comment section below and feel free to comment whatever, as long as it's not mean. But yeah, definitely comment if you like you're a phlebotomist or you took the exam, or if you have questions, whatever. If you guys want me to make a part 2 to this video explaining like what's on my exam, I can definitely do that, like tell you guys what to study. But when I was watching videos before I took my exam, there's 2 videos I want you guys to watch. It's gonna be down the link below in the description box. So I'm gonna link the YouTuber that showed me the video to watch, and then I'll also link the actual video she was promoting, so if that makes sense. So there's this one video from this YouTuber, and she was going over her experience just like I am, like same thing, different tips. You guys can watch her as well. But then she also listed this video that was helpful to me and a lot of other people wanting to become a phlebotomist and preparing to take their exam. The video is kind of long, it's like an hour and some change, but he literally goes over everything on the exam. When I tell you I was playing that over and over again, I was driving to the school and I had it playing in my car. Like, he goes over every single thing, so it really prepares you. Say you're in a position where you haven't been studying, your exam's coming up in like 4 or 5 days, and you're cramming right now, like you're nervous, you're scared, like you want to pass the exam but you're like running out of time. If you watch that video 5, 6, 7 times, you'll be fine. You'll definitely be fine. As long as you can remember stuff, you'll be fine. Yeah, definitely watch that. I'm gonna link it in the description box. And yeah, I'm gonna end this video right here. Make sure if you're a new viewer, hit the subscribe button right now, leave a like, leave a comment, and then turn on your bell so every time I post you're notified. And I hope you guys pass your exam. Let me know what happens, and let me know if this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys later.
Money too long, we too strong. Too many girls, too many options. Now the 646, the flight too long.